back streaming a little bit of Elite Dangerous on the PS4 again. And as some of you may know, I've been grinding away on the Federation ranks, and I've become a bit tired of it, really. I got to Midshipman. I actually thought that was enough to unlock the Soul Permit. I didn't check it out. I still haven't because I'm afraid to do it. So I was quite happy to get there, and it does unlock the Federal dropship, a nice ship to fight in and do a few other things, but it doesn't have long range. I'm now at 62%, which I'm quite proud of, because after the first mission on Midshipman I didn't even get a percent raise of that, so there I was thinking that, oh my freaking god, I will have to do at least 100 more missions, probably 150 more missions to get to the next rank, and maybe that rank isn't enough either. Oh my god, I can't do this. I quite literally hit that wall. Raining outside, going back to work on Monday, I just felt that this is no fun anymore. Then I actually started to think about other things to do. Of course, I have my Diamondback Explorer and I want to go exploring, and that's a good thing to do before you do this, actually, because you can sell all that exploration data to the controlling factions and instantly become friends with them, get better missions, but get a rank quicker. So it would be an option, but I'm not inclined to do that until I've unlocked the Sol system and visited it. It's become a fixed goal for me now. It's some sort of pilgrimage for me. I need to go to Earth, I need to go to the moon, to Saturn, and the other sites in the Sol system. So I started to follow my own advice from a stream which I call 10 things I'm doing wrong, at least the 5 first advices. So I'm here now in Aganip. I'm in my T6, and I've been doing a lot of missions that give a better reputation rank. Basically, not doing any of the missions which gives only 1+ rep, but looking for, let's see if there are any of these, the kind of missions that give a higher rep reward. And of course there's no one here right now. Imagine that. Well, you know the kind of missions, Boomtown missions, basically. Not a single one. Not these Boomtime deliveries, but the ones that just carry data. So it's been quite rewarding. Using my T6, I also fill up the cargo space when I go to different stations. Check on eddb.io for single hop trade to maximize, get a little bit of money, so I worked my way back up to 26 million, despite losing a couple of ships doing some other fun stuff. So here I am in Aganip. It's one of the bases, Julian Market, that I had a mission to. I realized it was pretty close to the arrival point, 128 light seconds, and I got a mission to another station that is also very close to the arrival point of that system. And when I looked it up on eddb.io, it told me that they want a very important ingredient for life, tea. So I filled my cargo up with tea and went all the way over there. It's just one jump from one system to another, from one base close to the sun to another base close to the sun. So it's a rather quick and easy trade route. To be honest, I don't make a lot of money on this, so you must ask yourself, why am I doing this? The reason for this is stupid, it's simple, it's actually quite pointless, but some people think it's very, very important, the reason to live basically. There's an achievement for buying 1,000 units of tea. Of course, if I want that
released. Access corridor is clear.
achievement, I could just buy 100 units, sell them back to the station, buy them again, sell them back. And anyone that has been watching me know that I tend to talk a lot about alternative costs. So even though I make money doing this run, actually just simply selling the stuff in the same base that I bought it in and just going back to grinding missions would make more sense economically, because I spend time doing this. That said, as always, I don't care that much about money. Station. Where are me being stupid? How the hell did I miss that? Well, anyway, I'm going to this Kirk ring in LFT 1103. So let's jump on. Since both stations are pretty close to each other though, I don't think I'm losing that much time, and I also do something different. It's basically the same. I go from one system to another, take off from one station, hyper jump, whatever they call it, super cruise to the next station, land on that station, and repeat. But at least this is a tangible goal. I know exactly how much I need to do, and it's within reach. It's not going to take a lot of trips, and of course I've already done a few trips. As you can see, it's very close. You need to slow down quickly to not overshoot it. And yes, I know there are tricks to slow down, so I'm slowing down too much too early. I don't really care that much. It's not that time sensitive to me. Being this close, both stations of course means that you don't really get interdicted, or you get interdicted when you're about to jump out, and strangely interdictions haven't been a problem on the PS4. It was way more problematic on the PC really. That said, I've noticed that interdictions are getting more complicated. So I guess there's some sort of correlation to my game time or something. Probably my status ranks. And of course missions again. I'm going to speed around a bit before I land, because I want to show you something about the station as well. Before I land, actually.
Request before landing.
Let's see if we can get to it. Where is it? Oh, let's just a little bit more. One of the nice things about these stations that are really close is that if you're really lucky, you will have a station, planet of course, and well, let's just go to the external camera and not bother too that's it. Since this is so damn close to the sun, you can line up the ship with the sun, the station, and the planet sometimes, meaning you get quite a spectacular view of both the sun, the station, and the ship, and maybe even the planet. And I'm not too bothered about that, but basically the station and the planet are so close together with the sun that you can get some really spectacular views. With the station sitting there just by the sun, rotating slowly and looking really good. I have a small video of it, but let's not care too much about that. Let's just land this horribly slow thing.
Landing authorized. Vector for approach to landing pad 3-5.
But basically, since we're so close together and the achievement doesn't require that much, 1,000 units, I can do this fairly easy. That's really what Elite is all about to me. Setting up your own goals, even though this is someone else's goal, it's an achievement. But
500 meters from touchdown.
that's basically what you need to do. Decide to do something. If it takes too long, you might need a break. I've been a bit clumsy when it comes to landings lately. Like that. Basically, I have no idea what I'm doing lately. I've been sliding off that pad madly.
Touchdown. Systems offline. Welcome to our station, Commander.
As you will see here, I'm not making a lot of money doing this. I should need another 2 trips to get the achievement. But I am making money, and I'm also making friends this way, because hauling cargo is one way you get friendly with the controlling faction. And having a lot of stations that are cordial or even better friendly or even better than that allied with you, of course makes mission running a lot more easy. You don't have to go back to that one single station all the time. What I'm doing on this station is I'm buying land enrichment systems because they want them in Julian Market, on Julian Market. And since I've been doing this for a while, the prices have dropped here. One should have expected them to rise instead, but they've gone from 600,000 to 400,000 something. So they're cheaper to buy. The problem is, however, that they are also cheaper on Julian Market now. I used to make a pretty healthy profit trading them on Julian Market, but I seem to have saturated the market there. So it used to be quite expensive, and I'm not flying a cheap ship either. It's cheap compared to Anacondas and stuff. But at this point of the game, with my economy, it's not that cheap. So it's about 1 million I could lose doing this, which isn't something I'm really bothered with. But it does help to make friends. Now again, I haven't done this that much, I'm just going to ferry 1,000 units, but at least I'm cordial with him. One more station I can stop by and get missions at, and of course doing this with Julian Market with way more expensive products help to build up my reputation in Aganib with that faction as well. So even for my more long-term goal to build my Federation reputation, I would like to have the Federation assault ship, really. It's not bad doing this. And as I said, it's rather quick, even with my limited navigation skills. So let's go back and repeat.
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear for egress.
There's direction. I hate interdictions, but without them, the game would be very sad indeed. In case you haven't figured it out, when you leave a station and go into a station, you should stay on the green side so you don't hit oncoming traffic. Not a big problem usually, but this station is quite busy, Kirkring, so it's not a bad tip. You should also wait for a turn. So stand in line, and of course if you try the docking computer it actually does all of that. That's rubbish. It doesn't work like an airport. You can just speed in. They won't give you a ticket for that. You can go wrong side. You can even pull out your weapons as long as you don't shoot. Apparently the worst thing you can do is stay within that mail slot or hover above another landing spot. They won't like that. Besides that, you can do pretty much all sorts of evil stuff. Because I'm carrying a little bit more valuable cargo and more sizable cargo, most of the times before I get to Julian Market, I tend to get that message that someone is coming to get me, and usually they don't have time to get me before I drop out of Supercruise at Julian Market. I've had one interdiction doing this, and the rest of them just didn't have time to get me, so it's not a bad trip this. I must say I'm really surprised how easy it's been so far to get out of interdictions. It might be that I'm used to much harder interdictions on the PC, even though I haven't played for 8 months, so that this feels like child's play for that, but I find it amazingly easy so far. That said, even on the PC it was easier to avoid interdictions with my Steam controller joypad than with the HOTAS joystick. You don't need the exact control of the HOTAS or the speed control it gives you, so it was for some strange reason so much easier. I still hate them though. Now, the whole mechanic of a game that you build up friendship, reputation, alliances by going to the same stations, I like that because it reminds me of just how business in life is, how you cultivate your business contacts, and how they present you to new opportunities as they grow and your business grows with them. They will come to depend and trust you, and even though you might be more expensive than competition, they will still give you the important missions at least, because they trust you, and they will present you to new contacts, just like this game, by sending you around, so you build your network,
Cleared to land on pad 07.
get more opportunities, you start finding patterns in these opportunities, and like any cargo hauler, because that's what we are in this game, we're glorified cargo haulers, you start to think about the logistics of things, finding those patterns, maximizing the profit, and continuing to cultivate those contacts. Of course, some more than others. And somehow you consider them sort of friendly, and they consider you to be sort of friendly, which isn't good for your business, it isn't good for their business, because trust can be good, but of course you should consider your economy as well. But that's a mutual abuse and use, basically. I'm a bit more careful this time landing, because I've been landing so badly lately. So here we are back again. Friendly Julian market, for real at least.
Welcome, Commander.
And back to selling. Normally when I've done this yesterday, I've been checking the missions every time just to see if there's boom data or secure data to transfer as well. Right now I just want to get this done, and you don't want to look at this while I scan through that either. But let's take a quick look anyway, because we can check out what I've promised to check out, the community goals. So, looking at these missions, of course, these kind of data packets are something I would like to transfer doing this as well. As you see, there's a 2+ rep. It doesn't take any cargo, and it increases my reputation a lot more than the other missions. Then of course there's these missions. 300,000 is a bit much, especially for a faction I don't care about right now. So I would rather find one for my regular. But let's get to the community goals. This was what I was hoping for yesterday when I was playing, that they would drop a new community goal. They drop on Thursdays, currently at least. Thursday evenings, Swedish time at least. And sadly this is not a community goal for me, but I think you should definitely check it out. There are 2 community goals, and you can basically just choose one, because this community goal pits the community against each other. 2 sides going to this system, and you sign up for this community goal, and then you go to conflict zone, and you fight for the side you signed up with against the other side and against the other players. Doing this on open play means a whole lot of fun. Doing it on private play or solo play, it's still a lot of fun. It's the most action-packed thing you can do in the game, especially when it's a community goal. As you shoot things down there, you also need to get out of the system, out of fighting, to deliver the what is it called? You go to contacts and leave your combat bones to them. Oh, look at there. I have a few intel data. So, it's not enough to go to an area and fight ships, destroy ships. You have to get out of there alive. And basically that's not an easy thing to do, because people fight like mad in there. So you might take risk every time to shoot down 2, 3, 4 or even more ships, have a healthy combat bond pouch to leave, and you get shot down and get nothing. So it's a risk you take. You will, if you play on the open play, you will lose ships. You will lose a lot of ships. Especially if you're new to this game, if you're not playing with the hottest joystick. Remember, even on the PS4, a lot of people are old PC players that got themselves a Logitech hottest joystick for the PS4 as well. That helps a lot when you're doing fighting stuff. So they're more experienced, they have better ships, they have engineered ships, they're going to fly in wings, talking to each other, backing each other up. They are going to have an advantage to you in pretty much every way, so you are going to lose ships. So this is one of those community goals that is a lot of fun. But as a new player, if you go there, you might lose a lot of money instead of gain a lot of money. You can, of course, again play on private or solo play servers. Even doing that, you will lose ships. It's quite intensive, especially if you go to the high intense zones, of course. So this is something you do because it's fun. You don't do this because you want to make money. As I always say, I don't care that much about money, but if you've ever listened to me, you know that I do care about even NPCs liking me. It's a strange, stupid thing, but I don't want even these minor factions that are not associated to others to dislike me. Especially not in systems that I go to a lot, that I do business in. But I sometimes do these combat bond stuffs because it's a lot of fun. So if you haven't done it, sign up, go there, transfer Viper, and go have some fun in there. Do it in wings, in teams if you can. Don't fly something you can't afford to lose, of course, but it's definitely worth doing just for the fun of it. I haven't checked out what factions these are, if they are aligned to Federation and Empire. It might be that both of them are actually minor factions. To be honest, I've been away so long from the game that I don't know about the major factions anymore. But if you haven't tried these conflict zones, this community goal is definitely worth trying out. But that's of course not what I'm doing right now. I'm grinding my tea for that. damn achievement, even though I don't care about it. So I should need 2 more runs, I think. So let's go do that, even though it's not that much fun to watch. I can't ever get used to how slow the Galaxy map is on the PS4. That said, I have changed the hard drive on the PS4, and even though it's supposed to be a fairly quick hard drive, it seems to be somewhat slower than original. But it's still worth it.
Landing coupler disengaged. Access corridor is clear.
Tiny. So let's do this the right way. I'm not waiting for him there, but I'm sitting on the green side at least, and I'm not giving the speed limit either. At least I'm sitting on the green side. Now once I've done this, I'm done with the T-trade. I'm not actually sure what to do. I guess I'll just have to go back to the Fed grind, basically. But I'm pretty damn fed up with that. Because another way to do T-grinds and the other achievements is to not care at all about them, because they will drop anyway, just playing the game. Even if you don't do any cargo hauling yourself, you will pick up missions sooner or later that asks you to haul T from one place to another. But of course, 1,000 units is a bit much. It will take some time. Then again, these achievements mean nothing. All they mean is that you don't have a life. But if you want to do it, then Kirk Ring and Julian Market is a nice grind, since we're both so close to the exit point, or our arrival point. So it doesn't take that long to haul 1,000 units. Of course, you could wait to do this until you can afford a T9 ship. Then you would just have to do 2 trips, basically. Or, as I said, just buy the T and then sell it back to the station 10 times. And you have that damn achievement. You will lose some money on it, but you'll make that up quickly. I just can't understand why people complain about the money issue. Filling money's a crime.
Raycon, Sierra Whiskey Echo. Observe docking reservation protocols. Submit a request
It
before
does take a
landing.
long time, but compare that to
Permission
a normal
authorized. You are
MMO,
called
getting
for
to level
approach
50 or
pad
max level,
08.
getting the max gear. That takes a long time as well. Why shouldn't it take a long time in this game? I mean, it's like compared to real life. If you want a fucking jumbo jet, it takes time to get that. You start off buying yourself a cheap pickup. Delivering mail or something. Damn, you start off delivering commercial
4,000
shit
meters
to
to touchdown.
people's mailboxes, basically. And then you buy yourself a bike, possibly a motorcycle, car, pickup, ship truck. Damn, speeding. The game is not about getting the biggest goddamn ship with the biggest, fattest guns. And that's how we play the game. We play it wrong. It's your game, you can play the game any way you want, but you will get bored of the game immediately. Because you will be grinding it the way I've been grinding the Fed reputation. You will sit there in your damn Anaconda and you will still get shot down by people because you don't know how to play the game. And you will find that everything is really, really boring because you don't know what to do in the game. That said, they do market the game as an action game.
Landing successful. Deploying ground services. Welcome, Commander.
Even though that is quite pointless. So, here we are. Oh, what the fuck, didn't I get the tea? I got synthetic meat. No, I didn't get anything. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there you are. Talking too much. Well, let's buy some enrichment systems to get my status up with.
Cargo hold
Julian,
at
then.
maximum capacity.
I never made mistakes like this on the PC. Well. At least I get a little bit of a laugh out of it. I really liked the station. I like the stations that are close to the sun because, as I said, you can get some spectacular views out of it. Both the station will plan
Ship
on the sun.
released. Clear for departure.
Landing
Sure.
retracted.
Of course, now I'm a little bit PO'd, so I'm just going to speed out here. I don't know if that ship.
Advise. Traffic restrictions are in place. Maintain safe separation.
Nah, I don't
FFC out.
care about what you say, girl.
Frameshift drive charging.
Energy! We don't care about rules. Rules are for sissies.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Of course, if I actually had proper rules, landing would be a nightmare. It would take so long. Stop playing the game. I hate the game, really. Anyone out there playing this game with a docking computer knows exactly what I mean. I mean, I love a docking computer. It reminds me of old Elite. And that Wolves playing, oh, it's so nostalgic, really. You have to do it every now and then. Get yourself a docking computer just to enjoy that nostalgia. But you can't play the game like that. I mean, I'm not very good at landing with the joypad, but that takes a long time. It's just unacceptable. Well, this is going to take a little bit longer than I expected, since I'm doing an extra run due to that stupid mistake. Someone get on my phone, call me and remind me in 5 minutes that I need to buy tea. To be fair, I've done this mistake on the PC as well. When you do the same thing repeatedly, you start making mistakes like that. Especially if you're busy thinking about other things, like the community goal. Yep, there is. that interdiction warning, and I'm so far away that he's probably going to interdict me actually. We'll see. Which is rather annoying, because this is usually where I get interdicted when I'm way off course and have to line again. I hate that. Am I in the right direction at least? Oh, press on, press on, press on. Don't let him interdict me. I don't want an interdiction right now. I'm a bit too annoyed right now. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's pick up speed as well, just in case it's behind me.
Lakon, Sierra, Whiskey, Echo. This is Federal Flight Control. Request docking if you wish to land. Landing permission
It's
granted.
too far
Assign
off
to
to
landing
request
pad
docking.
07.
Seems okay. Well, just friendlies here. I love that. Once you get to cordial status if you're green, they should use more colors in this game. That backfiring engine is so scary. I think someone's shooting at you. And they're not.
Speed restrictions are currently in
No
place.
speed
Please
restrictions.
comply.
I don't care about speed restrictions. I can't even say speed restrictions right now. I guess I need a drink. And slam a little bit faster again.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm not going to blow up my ship doing it anyway, so. Usually you can slam your ship down pretty hard, even when it's not properly aligned. Lately it has been annoying the heck out of me. Should I use
Ship secured.
I played with my Sidewinder yesterday and I slid straight off the landing pad completely. Trying to do one of those slam down landings. Oh, at least I might move it on there. Let's go that damn T straight away. Let's not waste any more time here. Let's just. Oh, there it is. How very English. Well, just for the heck of it, let's do the proper thing and send it at the other station. I'm not going to make a lot of money. I think it's 5,000 credits, wasn't it? But it's the right thing to do. And then I suppose I will go back to the Federation grind. And I will keep doing the Federation grind in the T6 just to haul as much cargo as possible to the stations I go to as well. Doing boom data and secure data transfers mostly to be as efficient as
Ship
possible.
restraints retracted. Follow the greens on your way out.
Landing gear retracted.
And basically that way I'm doubling up, tripling up my reputation right for the minor factions as well, since I both get 2+ reputation from factions and a little bit of reputation boost with controlling faction due to the cargo I haul. So don't do this way. I did this in the beginning. Don't be lazy. Use EDDB. Maximize your cargo. Mix it up with a little bit of bounty hunting stuff so you don't get bored. Because it is still quite easy to get bored by this game. I like this back and forth stuff thingies for some weird reason. But even if you like doing something, if you keep doing it for too long, you do get bored of it. It's a bit funny, I've had Euro Truck Simulator, or whatever it is called, 2 for many years. I just got it on Steam a couple of months ago, one of those bundle things, Humble Bundle. And I'm basically doing the same thing in Euro Truck Simulator as I'm doing in this game, but I don't get it. I cannot understand why people play that game, and it is immensely popular. And basically I'm doing the same thing in that game as I'm doing in this game. I just don't have to worry about pirates, basically. But I just can't understand the fun of it. And it is immensely popular. Didn't I line up?
Lakon, Sierra, Whiskey Echo. You are now in Federation space. Be advised, docking access to this station is by permission only.
I really messed up this time, didn't I? Oh well. Big of a deal. There it is. Oh, that's fucking lighting outside the window again. This summer is so fucked up. Which is probably why I'm so annoyed and bored and irritated and generally pissed off.
Decrease speed to 100.
I'm also waiting for a delivery with the 2 move controllers, keyboard for this thing, and thumb pads. Because this choice pad is getting
Landing gear deployed.
by now, and I'm not getting it because apparently they forgot to tell me some of the things weren't in stock. They're not sending me the rest until it's all there. So that combined with trying to install Windows Creative Edition, Creators Edition, and it doesn't work, it fails every time. Basically, everything that can piss me off right now is pissing me off. And I'm not at all interested in going back to work on Monday. Because this has been one rubbish summer. The only good thing about this summer is that we got Elite Dangerous on the PS4. And that is of course a good thing, even though I'm pretty damn tired about the game right now. Anyway, that's the T-Grind, that's the English whatever achievement, and that's my home station for now. I am going to move over probably to Tau Booties or some other system, but for now this is my home. Before I go there, I'm going to check what kind of cargo I'm going to take. So I'm firing up my laptop again to check on eddb.io what cargo I should bring back.
Blocking bay access.
See,
Don't risk annihilation.
Curry, I'm going to LH S350. Alhaven, it's usually some tech-related stuff, but this time they want reactive armor. So under let's see now. Reactive armor, that's combat stuff all the way down on the list. Yes, you do get to know the list after a while. I really don't understand if I have some cargo, why that cargo can't be listed at the top. So when I come to Alhaven station, this cargo will be listed all the way down here.
Cargo
Even
hold
though that's
at
the only thing
maximum
I've got in my
capacity.
cargo. I mean, it would be an easy thing to have way up here on the top your cargo. It's not a big thing, it's not rocket science. It's something they could have easily done. Of course, I forgot to get the cargo before I plotted the route, so I might not be able to take this direct route. That was a bit of a mistake, but let's just do it again. I probably can go straight. Yes, I could. I have a decent jump range on this ship actually right now. I haven't done any engineering on it, but about 20 light years. That's not bad. It gives me the opportunity to do pretty much every damn mission I can get right now. I don't get any range missions from these stations I'm at right now.
Landing coupler disengaged. Clear for departure.
That means I can do missions on this one and fill up the cargo to keep adding to my reputation as well. Again, this is a rather
Way
spectacular
ahead is clear.
station.
Safe travels,
Close to
Commander.
the sun. I really like this. I think for most people playing Elite Dangerous, it's all about the scenery. Finding those good looking planets, those photo opportunities, Kodak moments. And then there are a few people that have no idea about the history and stuff about Elite games. And they actually think this is an action game. And I feel sorry for it because they will get pretty damn disappointed when this isn't an action game. It never has been and never will be. I remember having such a hard time playing this because the way I remember it, there was no flight assist on the original game, so basically everything kept flying back and forth over the screen. I had no idea, I still have no idea how to play this game without flight assist. But if you're into combat, you should definitely start training on that. There are people that are willing to help you with that. And you can do some insane maneuvers once you learn to turn off flight assist and play around with the Newtonian physics. But damn, it's hard. Again, as I've said before, I'll hate them. Enterprise being my home isn't really good. It's too far off. About 2,000 light seconds away. It's not bad. I don't mind it. But it does take a little bit too long. Especially when you have cargo that is expensive. It's a bit... Oh, come on, slow down. It doesn't feel good being on Super Cruise with a fat cargo. Can't imagine what T9 pilots think about it. But you do get used to it. You wouldn't fly something you can't afford to lose. That's a typical EVE Online lesson you learn very quickly in EVE Online. Don't fly what you can't afford to lose. So, once you can afford an Anaconda, don't buy an Anaconda just because you can. Because you can't afford to lose it and you can't afford to equip it either. And flying a base Anaconda is utterly pointless. Buy an Anaconda when you have several 100 million credits. And actually, don't buy it then either. You will be fine in a Python for a long time. It's actually better to do most things in Com. Of course it's fun to have an Anaconda, but once you grind Federation or Empire, there are more fun ships you can get. The Anaconda is a ship you get because you don't care to grind Federation or Empire. I played around both with the Federation dropship and
Lakon, Sierra, Whiskey, Echo. Submit a docking request and a landing pad will be reserved for you, Commander. Access approved. You are go for approach to pad 37.
of course what comes after those two ships, which require some Admiral level rank, is one hell of a ship. And of course the Empire have similar ships, better looking mostly. I don't think the assault ship or drop ship.
Stay on current course, Commander. Docking bay is prepped.
You don't really see your ship most of the time, so it doesn't really matter. Most people seem to think that the Empire ships are a little bit better as well.
Lighting gear deployed.
Quite frankly, I don't really care because most things you do in this game, you'll be fine doing that in your Cobra. Well, Cobra is a great multi-purpose ship. Most of my time in this game so far on the PC has been in a Cobra, and I actually was stupid enough to get the Cobra, believing it would be better than the Cobra Mark III. Special thing.
Ground crew have been dispatched.
I think it was
Welcome to the Federal
Sean
facility, Commander. Good to have you.
Horizons or something. You got it unlocked for some reason anyway. I don't think it's even available on the PS4. But the Cobra Mark IV is actually a crappy ship compared to Mark III. But I bought it, I fitted it, and I just stuck with it. I got used to it. And basically most of the things I do on the PC has been with a Cobra Mark IV. And playing on the PS4 now, starting from scratch, I find myself using a lot of the smaller ships as well. For now, since I'm trying to grind reputation, I try to do a lot of things in this T6. And as you can see, I do get a small profit out of this. I mean, that's 55,000 credits extra for doing, just filling up my cargo, because I'm still going here. The cargo is just there. So by using the T6 that way, I can steadily increase my faction status. But that said, I don't constantly use the T6. For planetary scan jobs, I went down, I think it was yesterday, or the day before that, I think it was yesterday, in my Cobra, and when I was in the SRV, a ship flies down and shoots down my Cobra, so I'm stranded on the planet. So that's not a good thing to do. That's a lousy way to lose a ship. Planetary scan jobs, that's what you do in your Sidewinder. And quite frankly, most of the missions I do, if I'm not bothered with the cargo thing, I might as well fly the Adder. You can stick to the Adder for a long time, really, because it can do pretty much everything you want. Of course, my status now is high enough for me to get missions like this, where I have to haul quite a lot of cargo, and of course I can't even do that in my Cobra. This is a ship to do that in. But as you can see, it's just +1 rep, and I'm trying to stay away from these. It's easy to take these because you do get fairly well paid. I mean, that's almost 400,000 credits for one jump. It is hard to say no to them, especially if you can stack them up a bit. And this is actually going to Ellis Orbital, my second home. So, fuck it, I'll take it. But I'm really trying to stay away from those generally, do these kind of missions instead, just to get as much reputation as possible, as fast as possible, because this grind is taking the piss out of me right now. But when I do get missions to my favorite stations I want to get friendly with, it's good to take these missions because I do haul a bit of cargo to them as well. It just keeps setting up, basically. So, doesn't seem to be anymore worth doing right now. I have to look into Arcturus as well a little bit more. I seem to get a lot of missions to that place as well. Basically, taking care of the factions you want around you, so you don't have to jump back and forth all the time. But here we are again, back to the Fed grind. Imagine that. I'm not even going to check the mission because I know I'm going here. Of course that changes sometimes. I really don't like when they do that. I sure hope Star Citizen won't do that too much, even if it looks like they're going to do that in the videos they made. Where you get a mission, and once you get to the destination, they change the mission. I thoroughly hate that kind of surprises. because this game takes a lot of time anyway. If you pick a mission, you hope that
Docking
you're
clamps
going to
retracted.
spend
Observe
50
station
minutes
regulations
of
on
an hour
exit.
going from one station to another, and you end up getting that kind of crap. You will either have to abort, or you'll end up being late to something else in your life.
Scan detected.
And I actually do have a life.
You have exceeded
Cramming
the
half
station
an hour
exclusion zone.
every now
Take
and
care,
then.
Commander.
That's basically how I play this game normally. I have a little bit more time now that I'm still on vacation, but next week I won't have time to play this game anymore probably. And I think that makes it harder to schedule play time in the game, makes the game interesting to play. That said, I do think they've solved it fairly well in Elite Dangerous. When you get to a station and they want to reroute you, you can decline that. You can just land on the station. You do miss the bonus. You do miss both the credits and the extra reputation bonus, and sometimes follow-up missions as well. But you can do it. It doesn't hurt you in any way. So that's a fairly fair way of doing it, in my book. Of course, what is horrible as well is when you can't evade an interdiction and you end up in a turning war, because one-on-one fights with NPCs, that's pretty much what it is. There are different tactics you can use, of course, but it still ends up, especially with ships that are more agile than you, being you turning around, shooting a little bit, turning around, shooting a little bit, finally get their shields down. But you can't get a lot of shots in, so you keep turning, shooting, and they get their shields back up. And you turn and shoot, and the shields go down, you get a little bit more shots in, and thankfully, if you're in systems where you build your reputation and you haven't turned it off in the settings, the authorities will come to rescue you, and you will still get a little bit of bounty out of that, because if they did shoot at you, you did shoot at them. But as far as fighting goes, interdiction fights, that's so boring.
Daytime Sierra Whiskey Echo. This is an Alliance starport. Please request docking permission prior to landing.
This would just be Euro Truck
Make your way to landing pad
Simulation
18.
2 in space. That would be really boring. If anyone sees this and is a fan of Euro Truck Simulation 2, I'm not trying to start a fight. I don't mean to be mean or rude or anyway. I just don't understand how anyone can enjoy that game. I might have missed something. I didn't play it for very long. I did 2 holes and just wondered what the hell it's all about. I do understand it's some sort of management simulation as well. You have to manage several
Landing
trucks,
gear deployed.
routes and stuff like that, but I just don't understand it. And I'm not trying to be mean, I actually want to understand it, so feel free to leave a comment explaining what the fun is all about. And I mean, I'm not in a good position to fight about it either, because I'm playing this, I'm doing the same repetitive stuff over and over again, and I claim to enjoy it. So you might argue I'm not trying to pick a fight.
Landing successful. Clear to offload. Glad you arrived safely, Commander.
Well, here I am, back in the Federation grind, and I'm just going to keep on doing this, and it is incredibly boring to do. That said, I still sort of enjoy it, but I can't imagine anyone wanting to see me go back and forth to stations like that even more. So I'm going to stop transmitting now, and I'm actually going to take a break too. I need to recharge this joypad anyway. So be safe out there, don't fly what you can't afford to lose, and consider alternative costs. Doing something that takes time might not be worth it if you can earn money or reputation in some other way faster.